Hi, I'm Tim Sanders. I'm the head of AI research at G2 and an executive fellow at the Digital Data Design Institute at Harvard.
Hi, I'm Yanis Broustas. I'm the vice president of product marketing at UiPath. And on my free time, I teach startups at NYU.
Yanis, how do you think agentic AI and orchestration are going to come together over the course of the next few years?
It's actually very fascinating because we're living in these times where AI is really becoming materialized in society, but also in business. Agents are being talked every 3 seconds. And I believe that at the end of the day, the applications are endless. For the business, orchestration is what brings it together. Because agents left out in the wild probably is not what organizations are expecting. Today, I think they are doing these experimentations and they're doing some POCs and POVs. But once they have to deploy them into actual workflows or processes, it's all about how to orchestrate those agents together with deterministic robots, with automation, with human in the loop, in order to achieve those business outcomes. So I believe that the evolution from agentic AI to orchestration will have to do with actual process outcomes and how these are materialized for the enterprise. But I don't know, maybe you're having a different view on this?
Well, you're in the business, right? Maestro helps organizations orchestrate, and I would venture to say that the value proposition is to improve the outcomes, right? So that's the reason for orchestration. As an AI researcher, I take a little bit of a different approach to it. So I talk to heads of IT, CTOs, et cetera. I've had qualitative interviews with 40. We've surveyed over 1,000. The place I come from with orchestration is that IT leaders, they want to have an aligned approach that is strategic as opposed to scattershot tactical, right? One IT leader told me, these AI point solutions, these individual agents, he called it the agent underground at my company, it's the wild, wild west. And I said, what's the downside? And he goes, that's not the point. Let cyber worry about that. I care about alignment so we get 10x. He goes, because all you're getting is 10%, 30% when it's all scattershot here and there. You're getting breadcrumbs. He's like, I want the whole loaf of bread. He said, so I have a data architecture. I've spent a lot of money and a lot of time working out with my business partners. I want the agentic automation to align to the data architecture. He says, when I figure out our position on models, are they large, are they small? Is it open, is it closed? Are we a shop of one company like OpenAI? When I know that, that's gonna be another wave of orchestration. So I find it fascinating that IT leaders are now looking at agentic from an opportunity cost lens and not a risk mitigation lens. That's a lot to do with the fact they're younger than they were 10 years ago, but I believe it's because companies have figured out it all starts with data and everything needs to align with the data architecture. And as you know, different agentic solutions have different data sources, different governance rules, and different ways of managing that either in working memory, edge, no write, et cetera. So IT leaders see orchestration probably as their biggest strategic venture of the year. So your timing with Maestro couldn't be better.
It's interesting because what you're describing triggers an analogy that I would use. In the early days of AI, the destination of the journey was AI itself. And we are moving into this more mature phase where the destination is the outcome, is the process outcome, the business outcome, whatever that may be for every organization, where orchestration is the vehicle that takes you to that journey, to that destination, and AI, together with the data, together with automation, are the fuel that actually make that car move towards that destination, that car of orchestration move towards the destination of outcomes.
And I see that in the survey, the G2 survey data. We found that right now, 51% of all software spend is coming out of central IT, which was not the case last year. It was not the case in 2023, because AI, especially generative AI and now agents, were experiments, and they were funded with operational, like OpEx. They were funded with R&D budgets, CEO slush funds. Now IT's like, it's being treated as an operational investment now to sustain our business, and that changes the game. So orchestration, that's when you need orchestration the most. It's no longer a bunch of in search of perfect use cases. There's one more thing, though, that I find fascinating here. This time last year, I was at a conference at Harvard Business School around artificial intelligence. And one of the researchers revealed that by 2026, which is just around the corner, there'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 billion agents that are rogue, meaning they were deployed, but no one turns them off.
Yep.
And think of them pinging, pinging, pinging. Orchestration is going to clean the mess up that is coming from a lot of deployed but not managed agentic instances, and that's fascinating. So it's great talking to you, Yannis. Where can we get more of your wisdom?
Tim, listen, I don't know where you can find me, but we all know where we can find you. Like, it was such a pleasure to be with you, to talk with you, to have you among us today. Obviously, UiPath represents part of this agentic vision. Our agentic automation value proposition is all about agents, robots, and people working together. But I know that at G2, you're doing this phenomenal research as well. So thank you so much for.
Thank you very much, man. Great talking to you, buddy.